There's actually power inside this hospital, and the lights are flickering. You can't get any creepier than this. Abandoned places are silent witnesses to the lives, stories, and secrets left behind. What was once bustling with life can become a chilling time capsule, holding mysteries no one was ever meant to uncover. But sometimes, these places reveal more than history. They offer discoveries that defy explanation, objects that shouldn't be there. Join us as we talk about unexpected discoveries in abandoned places, including the story of a hiker who made a chilling discovery in an abandoned hospital and found something no one was supposed to see. 16. Abandoned funeral home. When a YouTuber decided to explore an abandoned funeral home, they expected the usual eerie ambience, dusty rooms, peeling wallpaper, and scattered remnants of the past. But what they stumbled upon was far more intriguing: a glass casket, perfectly intact and silently commanding attention. It's not every day you find something so unusual in a forgotten place. A glass casket, or as some call it, a crystal casket, is a rare relic made of tempered glass. It's both durable and beautifully transparent, offering a strikingly modern aesthetic. Imagine the scene: the glass gleaming faintly through layers of grime and the haunting thought of what, or who, it once held. Historically, these caskets allowed loved ones to view the deceased from all angles, creating an open, almost intimate farewell. They were expensive then, as they are now, with some costing up to $10,000 due to the complex craftsmanship involved. But here's where it gets really unsettling. Alongside the glass casket sat what the YouTuber described as a shipping box, essentially a wooden container where the body would have originally been transported. The chilling realization hits: at some point, someone was inside this glass coffin. It's enough to send shivers down your spine. While the whole scene might feel macabre, there's also something fascinating about it. Who was this casket made for? Why was it left behind? 15. Hidden medieval torture chamber. Just imagine lowering a drone into a hidden medieval dungeon, not knowing what's lurking below. That's exactly what Chill Bill and Aqua Chiga did when they explored Château de Hyrule in France, a castle with a dark, centuries-old secret. On the surface, it's a stunning fortress overlooking the River Loire. But beneath the Renaissance elegance lies something far more sinister: an oubliette. Now, an oubliette isn't just any dungeon, it's a deep, hidden chamber that can only be accessed through a tiny shaft in the ceiling. Prisoners were thrown in and quite literally forgotten. Oubliette comes from the French word oublier, meaning to forget. Left to starve or perish in isolation, these cells were weapons of pure terror. The current castle owners had never dared to explore it themselves, so equipped with a deep treader drone, Chill Bill and Aqua Chiga agreed to reveal what lay beneath. As the drone's camera descended through the narrow opening, the darkness gave way to a scene straight out of nightmares: two skeletal remains, their skulls staring blankly into the void. The silence was deafening. It's hard not to feel a mix of awe and horror, imagining the lives that ended in such a grim place. Were they criminals, victims of betrayal, or just unfortunate souls caught in the wrong time? It's impossible to say, but one thing's certain: some discoveries, like this chilling oubliette, remind us that history isn't always about castles and kings. Sometimes, it's about the forgotten shadows they leave behind. 14. Well-preserved World War II artifacts. World War II history isn't always locked away in museums, sometimes it's buried right beneath your feet. That's exactly what Josh and his friend discovered while exploring an abandoned Wehrmacht base with their trusty metal detectors. Located deep in a wooded area on the Western Front, this forgotten site was once a bustling hub of German military life. Now, all that remains are scattered concrete foundations hidden beneath the overgrowth. Beneath decades of overgrowth, treasures lay buried below. Initially, the finds were modest: broken porcelain cups and rusted tools. But soon, the discoveries escalated dramatically. Nazi party badges, police insignias adorned with eagles and swastikas, and even Winterhilfswerk charity pins began to surface. These artifacts offered a chilling yet fascinating glimpse into the lives of soldiers stationed there. Among the personal items were toothpaste tubes labeled Koren, a popular wartime brand, and Coca-Cola bottles stamped 1936, yes, Coca-Cola in Nazi Germany. The discoveries didn't stop there. A full set of silver cutlery, meticulously marked Rex AR 1938, was unearthed alongside beer bottles with unmistakable German markings, ashtrays, and small cabinet name tags that perhaps once belonged to the soldiers. Each artifact served as a time capsule, offering an intimate connection to forgotten daily life during the war. 13. Fully equipped bathroom. Inside the crumbling walls of the abandoned coal train factory in Doncaster, one urban explorer uncovered more than expected. Known as Donny Explorer to his followers, he ventured into this eerie landmark with a camera in hand, ready to document the forgotten corners of the once thriving factory. What he found was a bizarre mix of decaying industrial history and unexpected modern touches. The cavernous building, familiar to those traveling by train between Doncaster and Sheffield, still housed dust-covered machinery, peeling signs, and empty offices frozen in time. Rotting floors creaked beneath his feet, shattered windows cast eerie shadows, and long-abandoned tools lay scattered like remnants of a ghostly workshop. But then, the explorer stumbled upon something unusual, a fully equipped bathroom complete with a tub, shower, and toilet, as well as a fitted kitchen oddly out of place amid the decay. The surprises didn't end there. He discovered a locked safe, a photo of late comedian Sir Ken Dodd among the debris, and even a clock stopped in time, as if the building itself had given up on progress. Hundreds of pigeons, now the factory's unofficial tenants, added a dose of chaos to the stillness. The abandoned factory, with its strange remnants of the past and bizarre modern relics, proved to be a true urban explorer's jackpot, evidence that even the most forgotten places still hold surprises for those willing to look. 12. Groceries in an abandoned supermarket. Would you like to time travel back to 2012? That's exactly what it felt like when Jamie Robinson and his friend Jordan stumbled upon an abandoned shop on a quiet road in Northern Ireland. From the outside, the shop appeared like any other forgotten relic, shutters down, shelves broken, and trash scattered across the floor. But inside, they discovered something unexpected: it was still stocked. As Jamie described in his viral TikTok, it felt as if time had stopped. Shelves that should have been empty after a decade still held food tins and drinks that appeared untouched. Walking over to an old fridge, they found bottles of Diet Coke, Ribena, and water, their faded labels still intact. A yellowing but legible price list clung stubbornly to the side of the fridge, a reminder of how little a drink cost back then. What struck them most was how full the place felt. Finding such preserved treasures in a forgotten space is rare. Who left all this behind? And why? The abandoned shop left Jamie, Jordan, and thousands of viewers both amused and fascinated. It served as proof once again that in forgotten corners, the past often lingers, waiting for someone to stumble upon it. 11. Mystery footprints. Speaking of chilling discoveries in abandoned places, how about a coffee shop haunted by the ghostly presence of a soldier? Underscore 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 underscore. The unnerving reality for Joshua Darren and his wife, Kima, began almost immediately after they bought a small cafe in Opelika, Alabama, housed in a building dating back to the 1800s. Strange occurrences unfolded, rustling noises, phantom footsteps, and shadowy figures far too real for comfort. At first, Joshua dismissed the sounds as old wiring quirks in the aged structure. However, things escalated quickly. Footsteps echoed from the back office to the counter when no one was present. One morning, a barista spotted what appeared to be a soldier's boots and pants walking toward them, only for the figure to vanish into thin air. Then came the milk incident. A forgotten, expired milk carton mysteriously exploded in the back room. The strangest part was a boot print, an old army-style print, imprinted on it. No one in the shop wore boots like that. Digging into the building's history, Joshua discovered that the area had been Confederate supply depots during the Civil War, where soldiers had perished during a brutal raid. Could these strange occurrences be the work of restless spirits? Ghosts or not, this coffee shop serves as a reminder that pieces of history sometimes refuse to fade away, no matter how much time passes. underscore 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 underscore. In Mongolia, history literally revealed itself within the walls of an ancient fortress. During a 2012 excavation at the Kure fortress, archaeologists stumbled upon an elite woman's grave hidden within its walls, dating back to the murky period between the fall of the Khitan Liao Empire and the rise of the Mongols. The woman, buried sometime between 1158 and 1214 AD, was no ordinary figure. Wrapped in a yellow silk robe and adorned with golden earrings, bracelets, and coral beads, her grave radiated prestige. Even more intriguing, the silk likely came from southern China, and the wooden coffin contained timber sourced hundreds of miles away, proof of a complex trade network historians hadn't pieced together before. Why was she buried within the fortress walls? Theories range from the fortress symbolizing power and status to her burial being tied to strengthening territorial claims. Her modest grave was surprisingly rich in goods, including a silver cup, a bronze vessel, and artifacts of diverse origins. This discovery highlights how connected and resourceful even the people of a politically fragmented Mongolia were at the time. Underscore 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 underscore. Thanks to drones, abandoned places can now be explored in ways never before possible. One such flight led to an extraordinary discovery, a mysterious door carved into the side of a steep, rugged mountain in Turkey's Korum province. The door, perched high above the ground as if daring anyone to approach, turned out to be an ancient tomb dating back to the 2nd century BC. Known as Kapaya, the site had remained hidden in plain sight, forgotten by time and shrouded in myth. The tomb's entrance featured a carved inscription reading, Isos, and an ochre-painted cross motif, a haunting clue to its long-forgotten occupant. Inside, niches on either side of the chamber held carved figures of the dead, standing silently against the test of time. Though dramatic tales of eagles, mysterious markings, and brave explorers emerged online, the true story of the tomb remains just as fascinating. It stands as a testament to the Hellenistic period's architectural skill and the enduring mysteries buried within remote, abandoned landscapes. While drones provide us with new eyes to explore these forgotten corners, their discoveries often leave us with more questions than answers. Underscore 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 underscore. Meanwhile, in one of Bulgaria's abandoned ancient cities, Heraclea Sintica, a stunning find emerged, a nearly 7-foot marble statue of Hermes, the Greek god of travelers, thieves, and the underworld. Discovered during excavations of an ancient Roman sewer, the statue had been intentionally buried and protected, as though someone couldn't bear to part with the past. Heraclea Sintica, established by King Philip II of Macedon in the 4th century BC, suffered a devastating earthquake that ultimately contributed to its abandonment. Around 425 AD, which marked the city's slow decline, by 500 AD it was abandoned for good, leaving behind its crumbling basilica, hidden tunnels, and unbeknownst to anyone, a priceless artifact beneath the rubble. Archaeologists, led by Leod Vagalinsky, were stunned by the condition of the Hermes statue. The statue, a Roman copy of a Greek original, had likely been buried as Christianity spread across the Roman Empire, replacing pagan symbols with new religious ideals. Yet it seems that even in rejection, someone couldn't let Hermes go. Hermes, with his dual role as a messenger of the gods and guide of souls, is a fitting discovery for such a forgotten place, a link between two worlds, much like Heraclea Lyncestis itself. underscore 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 7. A chilling discovery. Now we move on to today's subscriber pick, and we have prepared for you a story about a hiker who made a chilling discovery in an abandoned hospital. He came across something that no one was supposed to see. While exploring an overgrown trail deep in the woods, the hiker stumbled upon the crumbling remains of an old hospital. Its windows were shattered, walls covered in graffiti, and doors hanging off their hinges. Curiosity got the better of him, as it always does in these situations, and he ventured inside. At first, it was exactly what you'd expect: decaying rooms, scattered medical equipment, and broken stretchers collecting dust. But then he entered what looked like an old operating room and froze. Right there, in the center of the rusted table, lay something fresh: a recently used sleeping bag, a half-empty bottle of water, and a blooded piece of cloth. The scene was jarringly out of place, like someone had been there just days ago, despite the hospital being clearly abandoned for decades. The hiker's heart pounded as he scanned the dark corners of the room, half expecting something or someone to emerge. What kind of person would set up camp in a place like this? And why leave so suddenly? Underscore 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 6. Vintage Cadillac from 1960. The abandoned Victorian mansion is probably the last place you would expect to find a piece of automotive history, yet that's exactly what happened recently. In a separate garage on the property, YouTuber, Exploring with Big D, stumbled upon a rusted but unmistakable 1960 Cadillac DeVille, a classic luxury car hiding in plain sight as though forgotten by time itself. The mansion, located in Michigan, was a haunting scene of decay. Furniture, clothes, and personal items lay strewn across the rooms as if the owners had walked out decades ago and never returned. The atmosphere was eerie, but curiosity pushed the explorer to check every corner. It wasn't until he ventured into an old outbuilding that the real surprise appeared. The DeVille, covered in layers of rust, leaves, and mold, had seen better days. Vandals had left their mark, and time had taken its toll, yet the car still exuded the faded charm of its glory days. The 1960 DeVille, with its iconic tail fins and unmistakable design, once symbolized American luxury. While its condition was rough, for anyone brave enough to take on the restoration, the car's potential value remains significant. Discoveries like this remind us that abandoned places often hold unexpected treasures, whether it's a rare artifact or a vintage car begging for new life. Underscore 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 5. Piles of valuable coins. When Jeff Beidelman walked into an abandoned home in Wilbur, Pennsylvania, he never expected to strike literal gold, or at least a mountain of old coins. The house, untouched for nearly 20 years, had long been surrounded by whispers of hidden money stashed somewhere within its walls. Most rumors lead nowhere, but this time it was like something out of a treasure hunter's dream. Jeff, who owns rare collectibles, was helping the family clean out the crumbling house when he noticed a small hole in an upstairs wall. A family member casually mentioned that, as a child, she'd heard stories about coins being tossed into the walls. Intrigued, Jeff began tearing into the first-floor wall beneath the hole and was soon wading in piles of coins. The stash included coins dating as far back as 1793, some valued at $8,500 apiece. In total, the haul was estimated to be worth anywhere between $100,000 and $200,000. Among the collection were Liberty dimes, large 1-cent coins, and relics spanning from 1826 to 1964. It's not every day that rumors of hidden treasures turn out to be true, let alone in an abandoned house with decades of secrets. While the exact location remains a mystery, one thing's certain, that hole in the wall proved priceless. For $3.4 million painting in an abandoned apartment in Paris, frozen in time for over 70 years, a family stumbled upon an unexpected treasure, a $3.4 million painting by famed Italian artist Giovanni Boldini. The apartment, left untouched since World War II, belonged to a woman who fled Paris as Nazi forces advanced, locking away her opulent life behind closed doors. The story begins with Martha de Florian, a 19th-century Corsican whose beauty and charm earned her admirers among France's elite, including Prime Minister Georges Clemenceau. Boldini, captivated by her spirit, painted her portrait, an image of elegance and confidence wrapped in swirls of pink muslin. The painting hung proudly in the Paris apartment until Martha's granddaughter, faced with the looming invasion, abandoned her home and never returned. For decades, the apartment sat empty, its rent mysteriously paid until she died in 2010. When the family finally entered, they uncovered a time capsule of pre-war Parisian life, luxurious furniture, personal artifacts, and most remarkably, Boldini's masterpiece. The painting, perfectly preserved, was authenticated thanks to a handwritten note from Boldini himself linking the work to its subject, Martha de Florian. At auction, the portrait fetched $3.4 million, a record for the artist's work. Sometimes the past truly doesn't fade, it just waits for someone to turn the key. Underscore 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 underscore. 3 gas masks in an abandoned school. After the accident at Chernobyl in April 1986, life in Pripyat came to a screeching halt. Entire buildings, including schools, were abandoned overnight, leaving behind eerie snapshots of a world frozen in time. One such place is Pripyat Middle School No. 3, where a haunting discovery awaits: hundreds of Cold War-era gas masks scattered across floors, hallways, and classrooms. Stepping inside the decaying school feels like walking through a post-apocalyptic movie set. Peeling paint flakes from the walls, windows creak in the wind, and doors lie broken and forgotten. Looters have stripped anything of value, radiators, metals, and equipment, but the gas masks remain, their lifeless eyes staring up like silent sentinels of a darker time. Most are small, child-sized versions meant to protect against chemical or nuclear threats during the Cold War. Crates that once held them are overturned, their contents spilling out in chaotic heaps. Why so many gas masks were stored here remains a chilling reminder of the ever-present fear of attack that existed during this era. Some filters have been ripped apart, scavenged for precious metals, leaving the masks incomplete and haunting. But the gas masks aren't the only relics of the past. Broken desks, tattered textbooks, and faded photos of school children still dot the empty classrooms. Underscore 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 underscore. 2. A marble bust in a long-abandoned shed. In Benter, Scotland, a marble bust worth millions spent years performing the most mundane task imaginable, holding a door open. What appeared to be a dusty chunk of stone turned out to be a masterpiece sculpted in 1728 by renowned French artist Edme Bouchardon. Even more astonishing, it was originally purchased for just $6 in 1930. The bust depicts Sir John Gordon, an 18th-century Scottish politician and landowner, whose legacy somehow ended up neglected in this forgotten, decaying space. After surviving a 19th-century castle fire, the sculpture's fate took an even stranger turn, as it was left to gather dust and serve as a makeshift doorstop in an abandoned municipal shed. It wasn't until 1998, decades later, that someone finally realized this overlooked relic was an extraordinary treasure. Once cleaned and authenticated, the bust was showcased in world-renowned institutions like the Louvre in Paris. By 2016, experts valued it at $1.7 million, but in 2023, private buyer offered a staggering $3.2 million, turning this forgotten artifact into a multi-million-dollar prize. Underscore 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 1. Scary Chernobyl dolls. We recently mentioned Chernobyl, and if you thought we were done with discoveries from this abandoned place, you were wrong. Among the haunting remnants of the exclusion zone, one discovery stands out for its sheer eeriness: the dolls scattered across the abandoned schools, nurseries, and homes of Pripyat. These dolls are a stark and unsettling reminder of the lives disrupted in 1986, when the nuclear disaster forced 49,000 people to flee their homes. Residents had to leave everything behind. At first glance, some of the dolls seem frozen in time, left exactly where children placed them. Others, however, are carefully arranged by tourists or photographers for dramatic effect. You'll find them propped up on metal beds, peeking out of windows with gas masks, or posed in cribs. Their blank stares are made even more unsettling by radiation damage. Some scenes are deeply sorrowful: a small tea party forever paused, or two dolls resting together as if comforting one another in the ruins. What do you think is the creepiest thing someone could find in an abandoned building? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to our channel for more.